Grand day, beautiful souls. I am Alanisa Sa'adah, and it is a pleasure to be of service. Long time no see. I have not been on my recording as I would like to, but it is a pleasure to still be able to have something share-worthy and to be able to come back to you all via this platform and share, and so I really am grateful to all of my followers, however many or few I have, and thank you for those of you who reach out to me on other platforms as well, and just show your support and gratitude to the messages that you've received from the messages that I receive and that I share. So shukran, thank you. And today I had like so many different things. I work from this place where the information that I shared, literally, like everybody says, it's a download. I believe that it really does feel like a download. However, there are numerous amounts of things that we study periodically throughout life that come back to us, and those are the things that a lot of the people that I've noticed that do the same style of YouTubing share. And so it feels like downloads, but in all honesty, it's actually lessons and wisdom, and it's acquired gems and jewels that we've picked up along the way of living, And so I really wanted to share something beautiful that I've been experiencing it a little more every day, but the level of consciousness and that I personally have been experiencing. And then I had a conversation with my daughter's father that too led to me wanting to get this message out, and that is that consciousness already exists. It really is not it's not a new thing. If you research and you Google, there are so many people that have spoke about consciousness and what it is for their perception and their personal intuitive experience. And so I really wanted to come on and share my perception of what I feel like consciousness is, and hopefully it helps somebody else move a little bit smoother through their transition and their journey, because I believe that we all are on some form of a journey, definitely called life, but some form of awakening, spiritual journey, and I've come to this level of acceptance too. I'm actually burning sage, for my followers. You do know I love Palo Santos, but the mosquitoes are still attacking, and so I felt that the sage would be much more appropriate for the outside setting. It's beautiful out here, but for the level of consciousness a lot of us are experiencing coming through our different journeys is different, and that's what I really wanted to emphasize. We're all experiencing, to me, the same consciousness, that same presence, because to me consciousness is a presence. It's that one consistent thing about life. And maybe even death, but I haven't died yet to really understand how that part works. So I can't really speak on that. However, for the part of life that I do understand, I believe that consciousness is the presence of us coming to our own level of understanding of whatever that is. It's gonna vary. It is the levels of consciousness. To me, is where we are when we choose to acknowledge whatever it is that happened. That is the big picture. What are you doing? Sorry, mosquitoes are real. What are you doing in your own life that you're able to pay attention to yourself on an internal level and externally around you, and feel connected to whatever that presence is, that life force, that energy, whatever that is to you, to everybody? For me, it's a oneness. It literally is the presence of the totality of all of life. And so, when you get to a place in your life where you want to self-check in and say, I feel more present now in my life than I was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, or even 2 months ago. It'd be nice, hey, an hour ago. That level of consciousness was literally there before you acknowledged it. What made it really consciousness to me is when you have acknowledged it. Then it's playing more of a role for you significantly because you're aware of it in the presence of it. That presence, that energy, that driving force that is bringing you to that place of understanding. That to me is consciousness, but that to me is conscience. That's consciousness. That is the awakening. That is the being woke. That part to me is all of that. It's all encompassing of that. But two, what I wanted to actually share was the level of consciousness from person to person. It should show in your actions. It should show in your behaviors. It should show in your mannerisms, in your choice of what you eat. It should show in everything. Why? Because consciousness is to be aware. So if you're eating good, you should feel good. Your brain should have good quality thoughts. You should have a good quality feeling in yourself. And so, there's sometimes where we might go through those moments where we're craving certain things. I believe even our cravings are a level of consciousness, because if you pay attention to whatever it is that you're craving, those are minerals and vitamins, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're being depleted because we're not taking in enough of the complementary minerals and vitamins that essentially that we need to balance those out. I believe that everything is its own form of alchemy, and so we're basically internalizing and externalizing so much stuff holistically that we're not paying enough attention. We're not conscious enough. We're not paying enough attention to that consciousness, and we're not acknowledging it enough to honestly keep tabs on what it is that we need to do essentially for ourselves on a mental, physical, and a spiritual level. And that to me is another reason why the consciousness in itself seems like this grand thing. It seems like this humongous level of life, in a sense. For we have never really spent so much time paying attention to what it is that we're doing with ourselves on a mental, physical, and a spiritual level, to really recognize that there is something else present helping us get through, cope, and or sort through, weed out whatever the life stuff is going on, or whatever we're growing through, because I believe that we're actually growing through all of it. And so I've experienced a lot. I don't know if you've followed my platforms. I have had a baby. I have moved to another state. I homeschool my now 8-year-old, and so we have a dog. He's chilling right now, thank God, Allah, because he was barking a minute ago when I was doing my trial run. But I've done a lot of stuff with my life, and so in my now living, I have come to so many different profound levels of understanding about, one, myself, and two, this life that we're all living and evolving in. And so I wish to come back, not all at once. I'm definitely going to try to spread it out and collect as much of myself in a more refined capacity and share with you all what I've come to gather and make more of an understandable life lessons and things to share, because I believe that we're all here for a reason. We're all here for a greater purpose, and what that purpose is where we have to kind of fine tune and attune ourselves and vibrationally, holistically, so that we can get to the next level of life and then bring along beautiful souls with us. I don't believe we're supposed to be going at this alone. When I first started off my journey itself was literally a spiritual journey. And if you go and watch some of my very first videos, and no, I take that, well, maybe it was a mental spiritual, because there were some things that I was expressing more from my own thoughts, my own understanding, and as I was getting closer to the things that I was creating in my life, then it became more of a spiritual journey. But it definitely was more of a mental, because I also found my voice in the process. But as I was saying, I believe that we're all going to acquire certain levels of understanding that are going to drive us in different ways. And so I wanted to one, ask you all to take some time out in your day to become more holistically disciplined. And what that means, or at least what I mean by it, is sit down one day and ask yourself, what is most important? And take the holistic totality of holistic is mental, physical, and spiritual. Take those three, mental, physical, and spiritual, and put them in the order of priorities. 1, 2, and 3, 3, 2, 1, however you choose, but put them in the priority in order and set yourself up for a more holistically disciplined life. We really have to get to a better place where we understand ourselves, for we are literally in the first relationship of our life with ourselves. And if we don't take time and grow and understand and define who we are, we're really not capable of being in relationships with other people. And so I don't want to spend too much time today stressing the totality of what that means on an interpersonal relationship level, but I do wish to at least one, share that with you all, and then encourage you, when you have time in your day, ask yourself what is most important to you, and in the order that comes to your mind. Things do change, you do change, we all change, we're evolving, but ask yourself what is of most importance to you, and if it's mental, physical, spiritual, write that down and just push it to the side for now, and I'm going to show you some things to use it for, or if it's spiritual, mental, physical, or if it's mental, spiritual, physical. I can't remember all the orders as I'm saying them, but you take your time and just sort through your inner self and ask yourself what is of most importance to you in that order, or in a order, and hold on to that. That is going to be it's almost like a compass to me when I think about how I've navigated my life for the last 3 years using that. It's been very instrumental in how I've gotten this life. My life is not short of like a fairy tale. To me it is, but I won't brag, and okay, maybe a little bit. I'm very happy. I'm very happy in my life. I have an immense amount of abundance that has been acquired over the last, our son he'll be 9 months in 15 days. So, I've become immensely abundant by doing certain things holistically with myself. And so I wish to share from that same place of abundance with you all, so that you all can create those things for yourself, because it is obtainable to live the life of your dreams, to have the family of your dreams, to have the job of your dreams, to have the financial resources of your dreams, to have a business, to have a career, to have freaking even a dog of your dreams. Like whatever you want in this life, it is obtainable and you can create it. And so give me time to build back up this momentum that it takes to do this YouTube video thing. But I do wish to come on and share with you all more. I pray that you all are well wherever you are when you see my videos. I pray that you all have been living a very abundant life, regardless to if you've reached the pinnacle where you feel like it's the greatest life of your life. I pray that you've moved further to yourself, closer to yourself is a better way. I hope you move closer to yourself, authentically who you wish to be, for the duration of your life. And if not, I hope you are better than you were yesterday. So, anywho, as I said, I just wanted to come on and share something. It's been a while since I've done this, but I am most grateful for the opportunity. My name is Alanisa Sa'adah, and I still love saying that. It's actually like literally my name now. And so, as always, it is a pleasure to be of service. Give me love. It's been a while since I've said that, and it's been a while since I've done yoga. I am not gonna lie, your girl, I'm not out of shape. However, it's a beautiful red bird. I'm not out of shape. I'm just not in shape. I gotta work out, so stay tuned for some cool movements that you can do, because I've been working on some kinesthetic stuff. I lost my baby weight, and so yes, I'll come on and I'll share some of that too. However, It's always a pleasure to be of service. Remember, just go in one day, sit down with yourself, and do a holistic assessment, in the order of whatever it is to you, what makes you happy, and we're going to work on being more holistic disciplined, okay? Until next time, I am Alanisa Sa'adah. Thank you. Shukram. Have a blessed day, you guys. Later.